Hi, good evening. My name is Kristin, and I'm here to talk to you about breastfeeding and the benefits that it has for mommy and baby. But not only the benefits, I'm going to be here to talk to you about the disadvantages as well. And where did breastfeeding come from is what you're probably going to ask me. Well, we're going to talk about booby juice and everything about it. My first main point, I'd like to start off with, what is breastfeeding? Well, I'm here to tell you what it is. It's mother feeding her child from her breast. But not only that, they can also pump. A mother does not have to feed their child from their breast for it to be considered breastfeeding. Majority of mothers of newborns are breastfed. In some rare cases, they are not. Even if there is a health problem, such as diabetes of any sort, breast surgery, you still have chances to breastfeed. There are many centers by certified lactation specialists that can help with a low cost help with breastfeeding. For those families and moms with low incomes, there are programs such as WIC that will help any lactation needs. There will be classes, breast pumps, all of that is provided through WIC. Now, there are rare cases where women should not breastfeed. Women who breastfeed and find out they are HIV positive or active tuberculosis should steer away from breastfeeding. Other diseases when a mother should not breastfeed are T-cell lymphotropic virus, type 1 or type 2. Other times a mother should not breastfeed is when they are using illicit drugs or alcohol dependent. All of these can be passed on to baby through a mother's breast milk. Now, let's move on. Breastfeeding has been around as long as babies have been around. Pretty simple, right? Breastfeeding is natural and did not need an inventor or scientist to come up with this. It's been around since the baby came out. For ages, mother's milk was considered a miracle fluid, which people actually said gave wisdom. Breastfeeding comes from all over the world, throughout different cultures and parts of the world, including the following ones I will mention. Japanese women, to start off with, gave birth at home and breastfed with the help of massaging their breast and continuing to breastfeed their children for many, many ages, all the way up to adolescent age, unlike us Americans, who usually stop around toddler ages. In Islam, breastfeeding was encouraged as long as both parents agreed, meaning it can go on as long as they would like, as long as both parents agreed. In 1994, Canadian government health survey found out that 73% of Canadian women's initiated breastfeeding. That's amazing. That's almost 100%. Since 1940, Cuba's constitution has contained a provision officially recognizing and supporting breastfeeding. So as you can see, it's known across the world. Okay, so not everybody agrees with breastfeeding. So let's move on to my third point. So what does breastfeeding do for mommy and baby? What benefits does it have? It has its disadvantages and benefits. But to start off with, baby benefits greatly from breastfeeding. Infants who are not breastfed have episodes of diarrhea, ear infections, low respiratory tract infections, or at higher risk of sudden death infant syndrome, diabetes, obesity, and being a parent, not having all these is a huge benefit. Breastfeeding also saves time and money for everyone. Breastfeeding may also help children avoid a host of diseases, such as type 1 and type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and inflammatory bowel disease. Now, this is a great benefit not only to mommy and baby, saving mommy the hurt and headache, and baby as well. Studies have shown that breastfeeding can reduce a child's risk of developing certain childhood cancers. Now, as you can see, these would be benefits for everybody. Now, this might You might also ask yourself, what possible benefits does breastfeeding offer for mommy? Well, there are a number of preventions that breastfeeding mothers have, and it helps protect us against ovarian cancer and breast cancer, along with many others. So as you can see, it's great for mommy and baby. The most popular amongst mommies is that it will help you lose that tummy weight after birth. And this is a great advantage to mommies, causing less postpartum depression. So as you can see, another advantage to mommy and baby. Now let's move on to my fourth main point. As you can see, breastfeeding has its advantages, but I really need to inform you there are disadvantages for breastfeeding. Unfortunately, breastfeeding may cause problems and unwanted circumstances with sexual activity. A lack of estrogen can cause vaginal dryness, which can result in genitals hurting during intercourse. This is very, very hurtful to many new couples with newborns. By having issues with sexual intercourse, it can cause a delay in building a family bigger than planned, which no family wants to experience. Going through this is already painful enough, but breastfeeding may also cause pain to a woman's breast, and she's already probably going through pain of birth. So no one wants that added pain. Someone experience pain consistently throughout breastfeeding for many different reasons. Many women are not educated on latching abilities, and they do not have the help, along with other women who experience a oversupply and have engaged breasts, causing much pain to a woman. After breastfeeding a baby, a mother would like to wean their child. Maybe a child does not want to. They want the breast milk and they do not want to wean. So that would also cause distress for a child at any age not wanting to wean. Some babies will wean themselves within the first year, but majority, the mother has to wean them herself, which can cause stress amongst any family. Embarrassment can also be caused in many situations where they are causing tantrums in public. All of these are disadvantages and examples of those disadvantages that breastfeeding may cause. In conclusion, I hope that after hearing my speech, you have a better idea of what breastfeeding is all about. The art of breastfeeding dates back many years and is all over in many cultures. It's beneficial to baby and mommy, but it also has many disadvantages for baby and mommy. I hope I have explained breastfeeding to you as well as I have learned it myself. Thank you so much for your time and attention.